Hello all, welcome to Formfully. In this video, you will see the third topic of Business Skill Track 2 syllabus, that is Persuasion and Influencing skills. This topic is explained through few subtopics which are building blocks of trust, understanding persuasive technique, principle of influence, building reciprocity, storytelling, negotiation skills, handling conflict, customer conservations, interviewing skills. Building trust. The first step to any successful conversation is the ability to build a sense of trust. Building trust is an essential in various aspects of life, whether it's in personal relationship, professional settings, or within communities. Trust forms the foundation for effective communication, collaboration, and cooperation. There are some key strategies for building trust, which is useful to view trust as a natural response to certain qualities in person, group, or organization. First one, reliability and dependability. Trust is fostered by individuals or groups who keep their words and carry out their obligations. Transparency. When people are unaware of a new development, they often make negative assumptions because they are afraid of the unknown. When individuals communicate their ideas, emotions, and concern to one another, or when an organization, usually through its leader, tells its members what is going on, everyone knows where they stand and trust can flourish. Competency. Competency is another essential component in developing trust. You cannot trust someone, an organization, or a leader if you believe they are incapable of carrying their duties. Therefore, if someone can't keep their words, they will never be able to earn our trust. Sincerity, authenticity, and congruency. People can often sense when someone says something that is not aligned with what they are feeling inside. Fairness. Some people don't really listen to or respect other people's wants and their desire, or they act as though they don't matter. In relationship where one person dominates, or in a workspace where the firm or leader receives all the attention, trust cannot develop. Building trust in the workspace is crucial for fostering a positive and productive work environment. Trust is the foundation of effective collaboration, communication, and teamwork. Here are some strategies to build trust in the workspace. Communication. Be transparent and open in your communication. Actively listen to your team members, show empathy and understanding, and encourage open dialogues. Provide regular updates on project progress, changes, and any relevant information. Consistency. Be consistent in your actions and decision making. Inconsistency can lead to confusion and erode trust. Follow through on commitments and promises. Reliability. Demonstrate reliability by meeting deadlines and delivering high quality work consistently. If challenges arise, communicate productively and find solutions. Competence. Demonstrate competence in your role. Continuous learning and improvement contribute to the perception of reliability and capability. Provide opportunities for professional development of the team. Inclusivity. Foster an inclusive environment where all team members feel valued and heard. Different viewpoints can lead to better decision making, so always encourage the thoughts and perspectives of others. Accountability. Take responsibility for your actions, both success and failures. Encourage a culture of accountability within the team. When mistakes happen, focus on learning and improvement rather than blame. Recognition. Acknowledge and appreciate the efforts and achievements of team members. Celebrate success, collaborate collectively, reinforcing a positive team culture. Empowerment. Empower team members by trusting them with responsibilities and decision making. Conflict resolution. Address conflicts openly and constructively. encourage resolution through dialogues and understanding, implement effective conflict resolution mechanisms to prevent lingering issues, team building, engage in team building activities that foster trust and collaboration. Here are some key strategies for building trust in the workspace. Leveraging trust in the workspace is an essential for achieving various positive outcomes, including improved collaboration, higher employee morale, and increased productivity. There are some ways to leverage trust in the work environment, which are delegate responsibility, open communication, collaboration, flexibility, innovation, recognition and rewards, professional development, empowerment, conflict resolution, feedback culture, consistent leadership, crisis management, emotional intelligence, and celebrating diversity. Next topic is understanding persuasive techniques. Persuasion is an art of influencing others to adopt a certain belief, attitude, or behavior. Various techniques can be employed to effectively persuade individuals or groups. The common persuasion techniques include reciprocity. People tend to feel obligated to return favors. By providing something of value first, you increase the likelihood of receiving cooperation in return. Scarcity. Create a sense of scarcity or limited availability to increase the perceived value of a product or idea. Authority. People are more likely to be persuaded by those who are perceived as expert or authorities in a particular field. Consistency. Encourage small commitments or actions that align with your ultimate goal. Once people commit to something, they are more likely to remain consistent with their commitments. Social proof. Show evidence that others, especially those similar to the target audience, have adapted the desired behavior or belief. Liking. Build rapport and establish a connection with your audience. People are more likely to be persuaded by those they like and find similar to themselves. Emotional appeal. Appeal to the emotions of your audience. Creating an emotional connection can make your message more memorable and persuasive. Contrast principles. Present your request or proposal in a way that highlights its favorable aspects by contrasting it with less favorable alternatives. Storytelling. Frame your message in the form of compelling story. Stories can captivate attention, evoke emotions, and make your message more relatable. Questioning. Ask thought-provoking questions that lead your audience to consider your perspective. Credibility building. Establish and enhance your credibility by showcasing relevant achievements and qualifications or endorsement. Anchoring. Introduce a high or low initial offer or price to anchor the audience perceptions. Foot in the door technique. Begin with a small request or commitment before making a larger request. Once someone agreed to a small task, they are more likely to comply with a larger one. Fair appeals. Highlight potential negative consequences or danger association with not adapting your proposal. Humor. Use humor to make your message more enjoyable and memorable. People are more likely to be persuaded when they are in a positive and respective state. So these are some common persuasion techniques. Next topic is Aristotle's modes of persuasion. Aristotle is the Greek philosopher who introduced the concept of three modes of persuasion. These modes, also known as historical appeals, are strategies that speaker or writer use to persuade an audience. The three modes of persuasions are ethos, pathos, and logos. Let's see one by one each modes. Ethos. Ethos refers to the ethical appeal or credibility of the speaker or writer. It involves establishing trust and authority with the audience. The ways to establish ethos include demonstrating expertise in the subject matter, citing credible sources and authorities, highlighting personal experience and qualifications, emphasizing shared values and common ground with the audience. Second one is pathos. Pathos is the appeal to the emotions of the audience. It involves evoking feelings and creating an emotional connection to sway the audience opinion. Techniques to appeal to pathos include using vivid and emotional language, telling compelling stories that elicit empathy, incorporating sensory details and imagery, eliciting sympathy or compassion for a cause. Third one, logos, logic. Logos involves the use of logical reasoning and evidence to persuade the audience. It focuses on presenting a well-structured and reasoned argument. Methods to employ logos include providing data, statistics, and factual information, using logical reasoning and clear, rational arguments, offering examples and apology to support claims, organizing information in a logical and coherent manner. So, Aristotle believed that effective persuasion often involves a combination of these three modes. A persuasive message, according to him, should have a strong ethical foundation, appeal to the emotions, and present a logical argument. Next topic is Principle of Influence. Persuasion is ethically winning the heart and mind of your target. In other hand, influence is the ability to affect the manner of thinking of another. If persuasion is an action, influence is a state or condition. The ability to influence others is often the crucial factor that determines professional successful. Understanding how you influence others is an important step as it identifies areas for potential improvement. The principle of influence are psychological concept that describes how people are persuaded and or influenced in various situations. The key principle of influence includes reciprocity, commitment and consistency, social proof, authority, liking, and scarcity. Moving to next topic, influencing styles. Influence is the ability to personally affect the actions, decisions, and opinions or thinking of others. However, being able to influence in your workspace may require a variety of styles depending on the situation. By research, the successful leaders typically use 5 influencing styles, that is, bridging. People who use bridging style of influence tend to motivate by using reciprocity, consultation, and personal relationship. Second one, rationalizing. People with the rationalizing influencing style tend to use logic and reasoning to try to persuade others. Asserting. Those with an asserting influencing style tend to use authority and assurance as their way of motivating others. Inspiring. Those with an inspiring influencing style use examples to motivate others. The inspiring style focuses on motivating and mobilizing others through a compelling vision or emotional appeal. Negotiating. People with a negotiating influencing style tend to search for a middle ground as a way to motivate others. It involves finding mutual acceptance solutions through decisions, compromise, and collaboration. So it's worth noting that these styles may not be mutually exclusive, and individuals often employ a combination of them based on context. Next one is building reciprocity. Building reciprocity is a key aspect of effective influence and relationship building. Reciprocity is the principle of giving and receiving. When someone does something for you, you naturally feel a sense of obligation to return the favor. Here are some strategies for building reciprocity. Offer help and support. Give without expecting immediate return. Be thoughtful and considerate. Share information and resources. Express gratitude. Build trust and credibility. Create win-win situation. Be attentive and listen actively. Maintain consistency. Remember that reciprocity is most effective when it is genuine and not perceived manipulative. Moving to the next topic, that is storytelling. Storytelling is an artistic means of conveying feelings into a given circumstances. The essence of a great story is its ability to make you forget your worries, your problems, even your pain. A story can help you open your imagination, transport you to a mystical and enthralling new world. Stories continue to be means for storytellers to express their own mentalities and behavioral patterns so that the listener can identify with the identity of the message. Storytelling techniques. It is a powerful communication tool that can captivate an audience, convey complex information, and evoke emotions. There are some storytelling techniques to enhance your narrative. Hook the audience with a strong beginning. Start with a compelling hook to grab the audience attention. Establish a clear structure. Organize your story with clear beginning, middle, and end. Create relatable characters. Develop characters that the audience can connect with. Use descriptive language. Paint a vivid picture with descriptive language. Build tension and suspense. Keep the audience engaged by gradually building tension or suspense. Include conflicts and resolution. Every compelling story has a central conflict that needs resolution. Eject emotions. Connect with your audience on an emotional level. Share experiences, feelings, and perspectives that resonate with the audience's own emotions. Vary your pace. Mix up the pacing of your story to maintain interest. Speed up during action scenes and slow down for moments of reflections or emotions. Use dialogue effectively. Dialogue adds authenticity to your story. Build empathy. Help your audience emphasize with your characters by revealing their vulnerability, struggles, or personal growth. Incorporate a surprise or twist. Keep the audience on their toes by incorporating unexpected twists or surprises. Conclude with impact. End your story with a strong and memorable conclusion. It could be a lesson learned, a reflection, or a call to action. So these are some storytelling techniques. Remember that effective storytelling is a skill that improves with practice. Next topic is negotiation skills. Negotiations are formal discussions between people reaching a common ground. They have different intentions during which they come to an agreement, eliminating their differences. Negotiation is just another form of communication, a means of problem solving. When it comes to business, negotiation has become one of the most important skills and ability. There must be meaningful give and take that should happen in negotiation. However, the most negotiation skills are crucial in business as they allow individuals to reach mutual beneficial agreement, resolve conflicts, and navigate complex situations. Effective negotiation will be both competing as well as collaborating. Negotiation types. There are two types of negotiations, that are distributive negotiations and integrative negotiations. Let's understand both the types deeply. Distributive means a giving out or scattering of value. In a distributive negotiation, no prior relationship is typically required before discussion begins. It's also improbable that a long-term connection will blossom. Example, buying or selling a car or a house are two common instances. Buying goods or services is a basic form of business. In other hand, the word integrative means to join several parts into a whole. Integration implies cooperation or a joining of forces to achieve something together. It usually involves a higher degree of trust and a forming of relationship. Integrative negotiations are future focused with long-term relationship in mind. The distributive bargaining basics include: play your cards close to your chest, give little or no information to the other side. The less the other negotiator knows about our interest, the better our positions. The opposite is equally true. Try to obtain as much information from the other side as you can. Any further information uncovered is potentially leveraged to negotiate a better deal. Let the other side know you have the options. The only information we should reveal is the fact we have options. Make the offer. Make the first offer. Whatever the first offer is, will generally act as a negotiation anchor. Be realistic. Being too greedy or too stingy will likely result as no agreement, so keep expectations realistic. Now, the integrative negotiation basics include multiple issues. Integrative negotiations usually involves many issues that are up for decisions. Each side wants to get something of value while trading something of lesser value. Sharing. To understand each other's situations, both sides should share as much information as possible. This helps each side understand the other's interests. Problem solving. Find solutions to each other's problems. For example, offer something valuable to the other side that is of lesser value to you. Bridge building. More and more businesses are engaging in long-term relationships. Relationships offer greater security and the promise of future success. 15 ways to level up negotiation skills are: discover the other person's interest, don't be adversarial, believe in the value you bring, study and practice, always ask for more, find out what's really possible, stay on the top of the latest tactics, role play the other side, conquer your fear first, make more eye contact, remember negotiations aren't personal, know what you are willing to lose, be a good listener, make it a conversation, manage yourself first. Next topic is handling conflict. Handling conflict is an essential skill in both personal and professional settings. Conflict is a natural part of human interaction, and how it is managed can significantly impact relationships and outcomes. Most of us aren't comfortable dealing with conflict when it happens, especially when it happens at work. However, conflict is natural and happens, so we must learn to manage it. Whatever be disagreements and disputes, learning how to manage can keep your personal and professional relationships strong and growing. 5 keys of dealing with workspace conflict. Define acceptable behavior. Defining acceptable behavior is a positive step in avoiding conflict. Creating a framework for decision, collaboration, team building, leadership development, and talent management will all help avoid conflict. Hit conflict head on. By actually seeking out areas of potential conflict and proactively interviewing in a decisive fashion, you will likely prevent certain conflicts from ever arising. Understanding the what's in it for me factor. It is absolutely essential to understand others' motivation prior to weighing in. The way to avoid conflict is to help those around you achieving their objective. The importance factor. Pick your battles and avoid conflicts for the sake of conflict. However, if the issue is important enough to create a conflict, then it is surely important enough to resolve. View conflict as opportunity. Hidden within virtually every conflict is a potential for a tremendous teaching-learning opportunity. Where there is a disagreement, there is an inherent potential for growth and development. These are some tips for handling conflict at work. Talk privately. Listen to the other person. Acknowledge your similarities. Admit your mistakes. Be selective. Set a positive example. Consider the bigger picture. Focus on behavior, not personality. Avoid escalating tension. Use a mediator. Conflict resolution skills must be developed and worked on over time. Once you master them, you will find that you are happier and more productive in the workspace. Next topic is customer conversations. Effective customer conversations are for building positive relationships, understanding customer needs, and providing excellent service, whether you are communicating in person, over the phone, through email, or via social media. There are some tips for successful customer conversations. Active listening. Listen actively to what the customer is saying. Allow them to express their thoughts and concerns fully before responding. Empathy. Put yourself in the customer's shoes. Demonstrate empathy by acknowledging their feelings and expressing understanding. Clear communication. Use clear and concise language. Ask probing questions. Ask open-ended questions to gather more information about the customer's need or concern. Positive language. Use positive and affirming language. Frame responses in a way that focuses on solution rather than problem. Timely responses. Respond to customer inquiries promptly. If a response will take time, set clear expectations for when they can expect a resolution. Maintain professionalism. Professionalism contributes to a positive customer perception and help in de-escalating tense situations. Solution-oriented approach. Focus on finding solutions to the customer's problems rather than dwelling on the issues. A solution-oriented approach demonstrates your commitment to customer satisfaction. So these are some few tips for a successful customer conversation. There are many other tips you can implement to. So these are some few tips. There are many other tips you can implement for the successful and effective customer conversation. Now, for effective customer interview, there are few tips which are: focus on the problem. This is the first thing to understand before customer interview. Define customer archetypes once understand their roles. Develop an agile mindset. Agility will help keep the interview going to collect more relevant and meaningful information. Be prepared to listen and learn. Stay fully engaged in the conversation while ensuring you captured all the information. Preferably conduct in-person interviews. Phone calls and video chats as convenient, but nothing replaces face-to-face interviews. Next topic is interviewing skills. Interviewing skills are essential for both interviewers and candidates participating in the job interview. If you want to find the best person for a job, then it is essential that your interviews are thorough and well thought out as possible. Our judgments may be impacted by qualities and experiences that doesn't necessarily align with the role you are hiring for. Let's see some tips on conducting great interviews. Start slow, safe and personal. Be sweet, don't hammer. Make some questions open-ended. Ask what you don't know. Let the interviewee wonder a bit, but be careful. Don't send advanced questions. Be prepared. Find the overlooked. Listen carefully. So this was the last slide of persuasion and influencing skill topic. Soon I will be pasting all the topic links which will help you to understand this topic. Thanks for watching.